She Is Not Behaving pushes boundaries with raw emotion and unforgettable performances in the visually charged short drama She Is Not Behaving. Actors Zhao Zhendong and Zuo deliver performances so immersive that viewers feel like silent witnesses to a forbidden world. This coming-of-age tale unravels the complex emotional entanglement between a daughter born into Hong Kong's entertainment royalty and a young father figure, spanning a volatile period from ages 14 to 22. But this is no ordinary growth story. It challenges norms, flirts with taboos, and blurs the line between guardianship and intimacy from the very first scene. The drama dares to provoke. Viewers are confronted with moments that feel almost too raw to watch: an Adam's apple kiss, drenched scuffles that border on flirtation, and tightly framed shots that capture every charged glance. Each sequence pulses with tension, inviting both discomfort and fascination. It's not just physical closeness, it's emotional warfare. What elevates She Is Not Behaving beyond shock value is its emotional complexity. Zhao Zhendong's gaze carries layers of restraint and longing, while Zuo's subtle defiance hints at a buried desire for autonomy and connection. Their on-screen chemistry crackles equal parts rivalry, affection, and unspoken pain. Audiences may come for the controversy, but they stay for the emotion. When the credits roll, viewers are left grappling with questions. What is love when power dynamics are blurred? What does it mean to grow up under the gaze of someone who both protects and desires you? She Is Not Behaving doesn't offer easy answers, only an invitation to feel, reflect, and dare to look closer. She Is Not Behaving becomes the most controversial and addictive drama of the summer. With razor-sharp direction and a fearlessly provocative tone, She Is Not Behaving is igniting conversations across the internet like wildfire. The director's bold camera language captures the volatile ambiguity between its two leads with stunning clarity. Every close-up, lingering glance, and choreographed silence amplifies the show's simmering emotional tension. It's more than compelling, it's hypnotic. Audiences aren't just watching, they're archiving. "I'm screenshotting every scene, I'm afraid it'll be taken down tomorrow," one viewer joked. Another quipped, "This isn't a drama, it's a full-blown crime scene." And yet, that's exactly what keeps people hooked. The show straddles a razor-thin line between art and taboo, packaging striking visuals and transgressive themes into bite-sized episodes that leave hearts racing and forums ablaze. Social media can't get enough. Each episode unleashes a storm of reactions, memes, and ethical debates. The director orchestrates it all with surgical precision, using controversy as both a marketing tool and an artistic weapon. But with content this bold, its fate remains uncertain. Can a show this dangerous really survive under scrutiny? And that's the magic. She Is Not Behaving isn't just a drama, it's a cultural flashpoint. Viewers walk away entertained, yes, but also uneasy, intrigued, and full of questions. How did this pass censorship? Who gave the green light? Is this brilliance or boundary breaking gone too far? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear: Zhao Zhendong's latest work has turned the heat up on what short dramas can dare to be the most irresistible taboo. She Is Not Behaving sets the internet on fire, from the provocative Adam's apple kiss to that rain-soaked, emotionally loaded confrontation. She Is Not Behaving doesn't just flirt with the edge, it dances boldly on it. One line in particular, "I raised you, and you're the one I can't let go," obliterated any lingering ambiguity and sent social media spiraling into chaos. In that moment, the drama stopped teasing and fully embraced its most dangerous implications. Zhao Zhendong's intense, smoldering gaze could melt steel, while Zuo's quiet defiance and vulnerability spark a chemistry that's nothing short of explosive. This is the definition of a high-risk CP, the kind of on-screen dynamic that feels too daring, too electric, and far too addicting. Netizens are obsessed. "If it disappears in a month, I wouldn't be surprised," one user wrote. "But if it airs in full, we're all falling in love," in the comments section. With every boundary it crosses, the show gains more fans. She Is Not Behaving has become the definition of guilty pleasure, equal parts controversial and captivating. Skyrocketing to the top of trending charts, the series is being hailed as the most irresistible short drama of the summer. Is the plot outrageous? Undeniably. But that's part of its pull. Audiences aren't just watching, they're emotionally invested, morally conflicted, and utterly hooked, so if you're planning to tune in, don't wait. Screenshot now, because if it vanishes tomorrow, you'll want proof you were there for the most chaotic love story of the year. A Forbidden Flame, She Is Not Behaving delivers the most gripping romance of the year. At the heart of She Is Not Behaving lies the most intoxicating slow burn romance of the year, a delicate, dangerous push and pull between a privileged daughter and a young father figure. Spanning 8 transformative years, the story traces her evolution from a wide-eyed 14-year-old into a fiercely independent woman at 22. What begins as faint, unspoken tension quietly builds, until it explodes into a love that feels both inevitable and impossible. Every frame crackles with emotional electricity, syncing almost eerily with the viewer's own pulse. The cultivation system ambiguity reaches its boldest expression here, pushing the limits of what taboo storytelling can achieve. The father-daughter setup walks a razor-thin line between forbidden and fated, and the show never lets you look away. The writing is as daring as it is refined. Subtle foreshadowing, aching restraint, and moments of searing vulnerability keep viewers suspended in a state of emotional vertigo. The heroine's journey from naive dependence to equal footing in love is paralleled by the young father's emotional transformation from measured detachment to a deep, aching affection he can no longer hide. It's not just romance, it's a myth, wrapped in scandal, tension, and slow-burning desire. And it's precisely this intensity that has made She Is Not Behaving the most talked about and emotionally charged drama of the year. It doesn't just tell a story, it dares you to feel everything. You shouldn't kiss of the century, Zhao Guangzi ignites screens in She Is Not Behaving. If She Is Not Behaving is a slow-burning fire, then Zhao Guangzi's kiss scenes are the fuel and the explosion. Each kiss, whether stolen or surrendered, is crafted like high art, the hesitation in his gaze, the brush of lips hovering between restraint and release, and the pacing that teases every heartbeat. It's not just acting, it's immersion. The now legendary Adam's apple kiss has become a masterclass in sensual tension. With fingers pressed to the nape, his breath trembling at the edge of control, Zhao Guangzi whispers a performance so raw, so intimate, that fans swear time stops. His eyes say it all: I want to bite, but I'm afraid to ruin you. The screen melts, and viewers are left gasping, but it's the rain kiss finale that cements his legacy. Rain pours, music swells, and Zhao's emotional walls collapse in a moment so devastatingly romantic it may be the most iconic kiss in Hong Kong drama history. His eyes shimmer with longing, regret, and surrender all in one soul-shaking gaze. The droplets don't just soak the characters, they sync with the audience's pulse across 8 years on screen. From naive dependence at 14 to passionate defiance at 22, the elite daughter and young father's tangled emotions burn with unstoppable heat. Every glance, every brush of skin, every lingering silence turns into a blaze of desire. Zhao Guangzi doesn't just kiss his co-star, he kisses the audience into silence. This is no longer just drama. It's a dual-sensory, emotional detonation. Screenshot folders are overflowing, oxygen tanks are metaphorically required, and Hong Kong's crown jewel of cultivation ambiguity has officially arrived. Miss an episode, and you miss history.